All right, welcome to another video, guys. We're back here again, aren't we? We're right back here again, and I've learned one thing today. I've only been up for a little bit here, but in the hour that I've been awakened, I'm watching a little bit of YouTube, and I've learned through Sticky Goose that I am indeed a minion. I am indeed a goon. Now, what's all that mean? Well, you're gonna find out here in a few seconds. But I will tell you this: Sticky Goose has got the word minion all wrong. He's not using it correctly at all. I have minions, right? We've heard that from a variety of people over the years, that my minions like to gang jump the victim on my behalf. See, that's what minions are, Goose. Minions are people who are actually fans of yours, who go out and do your dirty work for you. Okay, what you have is not minions or goons, it's trolls. And you essentially bring it on yourself. Guys, I am LP, writer and creator of the comic books Nyobi and Savage Sin. And before we get into this video, let's just hear a word from our sponsor first. I know, that's a change, right?
As if by now you didn't know who today's sponsor was. Well, it's me, Austin. It's been me all along. And guys, we are over the halfway point here with the Nyobi Outbreak number 4 Kickstarter campaign with 179 sexy backers strong. We have raised at this point 10,542 Canadian duck bucks, which is about $1.69 US. So for the price of a Starbucks coffee, you too can help feed a starving Canadian beyond the wall like me. So consider backing Nyobi Outbreak number 4 today. We have 10 sexy covers to choose from, all kinds of add-ons, all kinds of things to catch you up with everything Nyobi and everything it is that I do. We appreciate you. Thank you for coming by, checking out the campaign and backing it. And we will see you again for another video real soon.
Oh man, look. We here have to give all kinds of props to Nyobi for sponsoring this channel, for keeping us alive, and for help keeping the lights on. And you can help too by backing Nyobi Outbreak number 4 today. Now, on with the video. So what we're watching here, or what we're going to be watching here, it's been a little while since we've done a good old-fashioned EFAP of the goose. But here's the thing. At one point, and it wasn't even all that long ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago, maybe, that the goose said he was done. That the goose said, I'm out. The goose said, I am flying south for the winter, and I'm never coming back. I quit. The goose said, I quit. I quit YouTube. I'm done. Kobayashi Maru, son. No win scenario. But we all knew. Everyone knew. I think I called it on the channel. I said, yeah, that's going to last about 2 weeks. And sure enough, what happens? He comes back, and he comes back stickier than ever. This man has such an ego that it's even larger than mine, if you can believe that. I know it's hard, but it is true. This man thinks the entire comic book YouTube community and subset communities and whatever branches off of that all evolves around him. He is the apex predator of evolution. And he's going to walk us through the evolution of a Sticky Goose viewer. Ladies and gentlemen, let's roll.
Welcome back. Today we're talking about the evolution of a Sticky Goose viewer. This pattern can consistently be seen in almost every viewer, but some viewers start earlier and some viewers start a little bit later in the cycle. You know, evolution has been seen through the ages, from Charles Darwin's finches on the Galapagos Islands, through the process of natural selection, to Lamarck and the stretching of the giraffe necks. But evolution is a consistent, a constant, and it happens here even with you, the Sticky Goose viewer. So what happens in the very beginning is that you start to like me.
All right. So I got to be careful here with the EFAP because I'm muting in 2 spots and I'm forgetting the mute and I'm giving commentary. But we've watched the evolution of Sticky Goose. We've seen it. We've seen it start from a nobody who got a bunch of comic books from his daddy, decided he was going to start collecting and flipping during COVID and overpaid for everything, got bitter, became a troll, used his hatred, give me feed into your hatred, and become the villain of the YouTube community, and has totally embraced that role. We've also watched the evolution of him get wrecked by Comic Tom 101, put ones in the chat, to the point where he tucked tail between legs and ran. Then we watched him tuck tail and ran again when he decided to quit YouTube, and then 2 weeks later has come back. This is full evolution, folks. We got it. We got it right here in spades.
A video pertaining to me going to like a comic shop or a Comic-Con. You know, I'm strapped up to the gills. I'm doing a vlog style video.
You got the strap on. You know the strap on's going to cause you a lot of problems. Is even the strap on even legal? You know, going forward with this, you know, you need to have a strap on like all times, and you can see the negativity of it if you don't use a strap on. Oh yeah, we remember all that.
I have some interesting commentary, something kind of tickles your fancy, and you're like, hey, this guy's pretty interesting. Now, you kind of sense little hints of things like, you don't agree.
No, it's not that you were interesting. The very first thing that appeared in my mind, to be honest with you, is, oh, this guy's going to be an easy target.
With this, I'm a little too critical, or you don't like my political views, or, you know, something rubs you a little wrong, but you're like, hey, I kind of like this guy, I'm going to subscribe. That is the beginning of the evolution. You start to like me. You know, you begin.
No, I mean, I kind of liked you better towards the end when you quit. That's when I loved you the most. Got rid of you. Sent you packing. Whether it's me directly or others, you just couldn't handle the heat. You had to get out of the kitchen, and I don't know why you came back. I don't know why you came back.
And to put the face paint on. The next evolution is that I trigger you in some way. This is when you begin to put the detailed face paint on. You know, you start putting on the eyes and the lipstick, and it maybe even the nose at this point. So what happens here is, you know, you've subscribed already. You kind of like me, but then hold your horses. Something just comes out of nowhere. I come out with like a hot take, or I start bashing your favorite comic book YouTuber. You know, I spew some type of hatred of vitriol that you interpret. And this usually, at this point, you've been triggered. This usually leads to you starting to leave comments, and that would.
Well, that's generally what YouTube is for, right? Whether it's yay or nay. I go ahead and make a video like this. I fully expect people to comment, whether they approve of my commentary on this or disapprove, whether they want to praise me or degrade me. It's all part of YouTube. It's all part of putting yourself out there publicly. You decided to turn off comments, which is your choice. YouTube allows you to do that. However, because you've turned off comments, people who would like to respond to you are going to have to do it in different ways now, such as I'm doing right here. I'm responding to you because I cannot leave a comment. So you're going to get it one way or the other, and this way is usually worse. Okay?
Would be something along the lines of me being like bald, or me being an idiot, or me being like a fake collector, or me being a cuck. All of these things.
All of these things are true. You're all for. Congratulations.
Start transpiring. Like you may be you may even be referring to me as a clown at this point. But for whatever reason, I have triggered you. A lot of people unsubscribe at this point, but there are a lot of people that come in right here. You know, they never liked me. They bypass the beginning part. They get to the part where they're just triggered by me. And
no, and I've tried to explain this to you before, and I'll do it again, and hopefully this time you listen and it will sink in. No one's triggered by you. No one is up at night mad about you or upset. Okay, you're a conversation piece, sure, but no one's triggered. You know, when I look at you and I look at a video like this, I don't go, oh my God, I gotta respond to him because I'm so mad. I go, you know what? I gotta make a video, so I'm gonna cash in on some views and pimp my comic at your expense because you're an idiot. That's what I'm doing. Not triggered at all. I'm glad you make these videos because they're fun for me to sort of go over and commentate on. And at the same time, let's take advantage of that sticky goose effect you're talking about. I want to see if it's real, goddammit.
And that's very crucial on this evolutionary scale, where you come in kind of depends on your trajectory through the evolutionary scale. When you're triggered by me, you're more than likely to complete your evolutionary cycle. If you just liked me, there's a possibility you could just stagnate, stay right there, possibly never watch another video again. So this is a very important distinction, and we'll call this the branching, the branching of the pathway. All right, so this next crucial step is almost immediately after I trigger you, is you start hate watching. This is when you start dawning.
I wouldn't even call it hate watching, because hate watching implies that, you know, the viewer actually really hates you, and hate's a strong word, right? Do I dislike you? Yeah, maybe a little bit. You know, I would actually have to meet you in person to really decide on that. But it's not hate. It's just farming, right? And it's not even like farming, because farming actually takes effort. You make this so effortless that it's just so easy to do that to not do it is essentially leaving views, subscriptions, and money left on the table. Let's watch a little more.
The clown hair, the full makeup is complete at this point. You know, you've really started to kind of fall into the trap where you start watching Sticky Goose videos almost out of necessity in a way. And what I mean by that is many or most of you are looking for some sort of pain, more, not necessarily even pain for yourself, but you may not realize this, but you're wanting to watch somebody else be in pain.
No, it has nothing to do with that at all. It has everything to do with being entertained, not pain, entertained. I know they kind of rhyme. And it has everything to do with correction. Sometimes someone comes online, they spout off some stuff, and you know it to be untrue, or you have a different opinion, and you want to share that. You know, when people watch your videos, they're looking to see what they can criticize you for. It has nothing to do with pain. Or, you know, it's painful to watch these things sometimes. Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's painful to watch you sometimes. It really, really is. But there is an entertainment value to it. And if I get to commentate on this and educate you just a little bit, then I think it's all worth a little pain, Goose. I think it's worth it.
And I hate to break it to you, but you honestly are probably seeking out pain as well. It's the equivalent to like a doom scrolling, or it's the equivalent of like watching, not watching uplifting content, but trying to search for somebody failing or something bad happening. It's human nature, you know. More often than not, you're looking for something, you're looking for like worst case scenarios, specifically when it's somebody else. Watching somebody else suffer or be in pain or go through something horrible, that makes you feel better about your life.
Well, we all do like the train wreck, right? We all do like drama. We do get sucked into that stuff. What you're saying isn't true. But Sticky Goose, you're not suffering. You're not in pain, okay? It looks like you have a nice house. You have a family. You have a decent job as a dentist, okay? You have all the collectibles and books behind you. You know, you're warm at night. Your belly is full. And you get to come on YouTube and be an idiot. I don't think you're in pain at all. I don't think you're suffering at all. You're making us suffer. You're making me suffer by having to do this. But outside of that, you're fine. Live life.
And that could never be more the case here. Many of you are angry. You are miserable in your life, and you're looking for that outlet to say, hey, at least I'm doing better than that guy. And the crucial part about all of this is, you know, you can all kind of band together in unison. So many of you, when you watch a video, you don't even watch the video. You just scroll right down to the comments to kind of band together to hate something. Hate watching is crucial to this evolutionary trend. This is like the path that you have to go down if you're going to complete the evolutionary cycle. And
I want to complete the evolutionary cycle, Goose. Help me become a superior goose. Tell me what it is that I need to do.
last but not least, this is when you've completely evolved. This is when you start making content about Sticky Goose. Now, I don't think that there's any way that you can get to this point if you've not gone through the whole evolutionary process. Like, there's the science says that we all like came from like fish and like to like the mole thing, and then we started like getting up on our hands and knees, and then we kind of stood up, then we got to the Neanderthal, and finally like Homo sapiens. So like,
and then you go bald, like Sticky Goose. Evolution, folks.
Like, this is like Homo sapiens superior, where you've played my game to a T.
And what game is that? Like you think you're sitting here playing 4D chess or something, right? I would like to know what game it is that you think you're masterminding here. Being a fool on YouTube so people like me come and take a few shots at you for easy views and maybe a couple of backers on Nyobi Outbreak 4, yes. But outside of that, that's kind of about as much useful use that you have to us, right? You're not the Messiah. You're not the biggest thing in comic book YouTube. You're not the Lex Luthor of comics, even though you're going to say that. You are definitely bald, though, so yeah, maybe. Let's watch some more. God help us.
You're basically my minions at this point, where
yes, I'm a minion. And again, I told you used the word minions wrong, but still, had I had a minion ready, I would have flashed it on the screen. Banana.
You're doing my dirt for me, where you may have liked me at one point. You've gotten to the point where you are triggered by me. Then you hate me so much that you hate watch me. But then it gets so far that I'm so far in your head that you're literally making your own content about me. Now, we've talked about this before, the Sticky Goose Effect, where you get X amount of views just by using my name or just talking about the things that I talk about. But
we are going to put that to the test. I want the Sticky Goose Effect in full effect. Right meow. Okay? If you guys are watching because you hate the goose and you like what I'm saying, give me a 1 in the chat. Give me a 1 in the comments. Give me a thumbs up. Say something profound about the goose, right? And also, if you really hate him and you really love this and you want to support what it is that I do here, then I implore you to go to the Kickstarter link in the comments section. Go ahead and back Nyobi Outbreak 4 right now. We only got 10 days left, folks. The time is now. Go ahead and get yourself a cool comic. Something that this clown is never going to be able to do. Let's move on.
This is going even further, where you make a YouTube channel, or you have a YouTube channel that you've kind of spun your wheels with for years, and you make a video about me, and you finally get your most popular video. You get, you're 100 view, 200 view type of guy or girl, and you start getting like 1,000 views. You go to the...
Is Sticky Goose worth 1,000 views for me? Because if he is, in most cases, that's $5 into my YouTube AdSense account. So, guys, I want to buy a Happy Meal. Let's get the view count up on this one. View, like, comment, and back my Kickstarter. Here we go. More goose.
The most popular view, you go to the most popular viewed video on their channels. I'm number 1, 2, 3, or 4. Like it's up there. And there's so many of you that have gone down this path where I just live in your head. Like I own you in so many ways. And this is kind of the brilliance of me turning off the comments, because no longer are you able to just come down, spew your vitriol, spew your toxicity that may or may not even apply to the video you're watching. Now you have to make content, or a post, or an Instagram post, some sort of content about me.
Correct. And I don't know if you want that, right? I think in your mind that if you turn off comments, that you think people are going to be too lazy to make a video post about you, to say something, to retort, if you will. That by turning off the comments, you don't have to see or hear the criticism or the feedback that you're going to get from your viewers. And that may be true to a small degree. But there are other ways, Goose, to communicate. There are other ways to get the word out. We all have a channel now. In 2025, most people, it's some shape, even my 10-year-old nephew at this point has a YouTube channel, right? So everyone's got a voice. Everyone can put that voice out on the internet. Everyone can be essentially a reality TV star, which is what you think you are. And, we all get to have a little bit of fun here, Goose, right? Let's go have some more fun at your expense.
So you're just increasing the algorithm. You're improving the algorithm in my favor. I own you. I live in your head to the point where you are doing my bidding.
In fact, it's the exact opposite. We all live in your head because you have to come out and make these cope videos about where you are within the hierarchy of the comic book community. And for me, it's just content, like you said. I'm going to forget about you 10 minutes after I hit this, hit the video record button, right? I'm going to forget about you the second this uploads, I'm going to move on to Diamond Comic news and other things that are going on in the comics world that are far more important than you. You're just sort of like the Jerry Springer trash in the midday break of our TV watching. That's all you are. Let's continue.
It's truly pathetic in so many ways, but this is unfortunately the path that so many of you have chosen to take. And you go about it different ways. You say, hey, this is Sticky Goose. He's a piece of crap. Look how much better I am than him. Or,
hey, this is Sticky Goose. What a piece of crap. Look how much better I am than him. It's true.
You go down the path of saying that you're farming me, where, you're using my name for clicks. Or you go down the path of threatening me and my family with violence. All of these paths, they kind of lead, to one place. And that's the fully evolved troll, the fully evolved minion, my goon, as you would say. Like,
I'm a goon. Look, I live in Canada. We do have hockey goons. So, Goose, you're probably not that far off. I just don't know how I'm going to make that into a thumbnail. Right? When you say minions and goons and I got to use your face and I got to come up with something funny. Now I actually have to put a little bit of work into a thumbnail for this one. Because am I a goon? Am I a minion? Am I a troll? Goose, you seem to have an army. Holy shit. Let's do it. It's like Lord of the Rings, but with clowns. Amazing.
You all that are making content about me are my goons. Now, this evolutionary chart is not great. And especially, you look at it and, you evolved to a full fish man. It's not a good feeling. But just so you know, this has all been part of the master plan. I am Lex Luthor. I am the villain of the comic book community.
And I mean that sincerely. You are nothing. Look, try getting removed from conventions for 5 years straight and then come back and tell me that you are the villain of the comic book community, that you are the Lex Luthor of the comic book community. No, you are the fucking Charlie Brown of the comic book community, and all you got for Christmas was a fucking rock.
And I always will be. Guys, thank you guys for watching. If at any point in time you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you like this video, subscribe for more.
No, subscribe to me. Fuck this guy. It's amazing to watch him think that he is, like he said, the Lex Luthor of the comic book community. He's sitting in his little chair like he's some sort of mastermind of a CEO, that he's this evil manipulator, manipulating guys like me to make videos like this, to push him up in the algorithm. And while there might be some truth to that, I mean, his name is going to go in the title. He is going to get tagged. He's probably going to watch it. Hi, Goose. How are you? Forgot about me? I haven't forgotten about you. I was just waiting for you to come back. You know, you're like my project. You know, look, I'm sure you'll be covered by Beyond Wednesdays. I'm sure Darth Lopez is going to love you. I'm sure Razor Comics is going to love your return. I can't wait to watch all the videos, right? You know, you are an interesting cat, but it's not like interesting that you, like in a cool way. It's interesting in like, you know, watching the idiot in the back of the class sort of way. You know what I mean? They're not laughing with you. They're laughing at you. And that should be the lesson here, Goose, is that publicity, you think the publicity is a good thing, right? That you're going to raise up in the algorithm because people are watching this. But what people are really going to see is just how much, well, what people actually think about you. And I want you to think about this. How many people are out there making negative videos on you, trashing your name and putting down your reputation, versus how many people are making videos giving you praise and uplifting you and telling people positive things of why they should subscribe to your channel? I'm willing to guess the latter rarely, if ever, happens at all. Right? So welcome back, Goose. I look forward to covering you some more. Guys, if you want to see me cover the Goose some more, just let me know in the comments section below, because mine are actually turned on, and we will make it happen. Thanks for watching. Take care. Spike your hair.